So I'm here with Samuel Brehm. We want to do a little video, just talk about the new Grizzly course in the Maple Hills trails. We got our trophies, our baby grizzly bears with the arms up for this year. They're the best bears we've had so far, I think, too. So anyway, everybody knows the line fire came through and they closed the forest till November 30th. There's been some adjustment to that, but the dozers did major damage to the Grizzly course that I was going to use this year because we had something every year. We had the fire over in San Gorgonio, we had the Radford fire, and then we had the flood of Seven Oaks. So there's been a combination of different things we've had to hurdle through after all the COVID. But it's going to be our 11th season. I think we came up with a really good, constellation, and it's going to be the first time there's ever going to be a mountain bike race at Maple Hills Trails. We've got a just shy of 8-mile loop, 1,000 feet of climbing. It's got a bunch of really cool elements. It goes down free wheel, which has a little jump line and some whoopie-doos, but everything's rollable. It also gets out Tom's downhill trail, which is pretty technical. It's got goes up 2 turns connector, which is pretty, and up Pats, which is actually a downhill course, so it's got some whoops and some berms and that going to uphill. We've added some more fire road stuff. Most of the track is double track, but in some places it's narrow and there's some bridges and stuff. But for the most part, there will be passing, and we're going to kind of do announcements and talk to people about passing and what you have to do out there. We're going to try to get the waves sent off in a manner that will lead to the most amount of space between the groups. The 30K, we're kind of decided just to do a 1 lap, which is an 8-mile race, but the loop is taking the fastest people. Sam did a blistering fast time the other night at 35 some minutes, and I went out and did my 2 pretty hard fast laps, and they're more in the 45 to 47 minute range. So I mean, especially if you're doing multiple laps, at times they're going to come down too. So I think it's going to be like 40 to 50 minutes for most people for 1 lap. So 30K 1 lap, 50K 3 laps, 75K 5 laps, and the 100K 7 laps. And that's what we're thinking about doing. That's our tentative lap schedule. Now, going to Samuel Brehm, I just wanted to bring him in on it, and he's been really helped me a lot with helping develop the course and with the idea actually of even doing it in Maple Hills Trails. So what do you think about the course? What do you want to tell people about what this is going to be like?
Thanks, Derek. I really appreciate you having me here today, and definitely it's going to be hard. You're going to have to pace yourself. Nice thing about the course is there's a lot of ups and downs, so you get a lot of breaks, but you get a lot of time to climb too. So you have to pace properly. Lots of aid stations out there. It's just going to be fun. It's going to be in the middle of November. It might be a little bit chilly, but it's easy to stay warm when you're going uphill and going downhill and uphill. And no too crazy long climbs. It's fun, twisty, technical. There's a little bit of everything. There's some rocky sections. There's some smooth sections. There's fast. There's climbing. There's steep. There's smooth. So it's a bit of everything. And laps is fun. It can be fun. I've done a lot of races where we do laps, like the Punisher in Arizona, and lots of single track. And it's going to be fun. Lots of double track. Lots of places to pass. And I can't wait. It's going to be really challenging to not go too hard in the beginning. Save some for the end.
So talk about aid stations. So we're planning on having an aid station near the start-finish line, an aid station at the elementary school, which are easily accessible, and actually if you have someone that's feeding you, they could drive there. And then we'll have a 3rd aid station at the bottom of the course near Big Bear Boulevard, near the pump track down there. So 3 major aid stations in an 8-mile loop should be pretty good for people. What else? It's sort of a Rim Nordic course. It's a true Big Bear single track. The climbs are pretty good, and then the downhills, there's a few places where you can recover, but a lot of times you're going down and you're going back up again, and going down and going back up again. And it's just kind of a neat course. I think as you're doing laps on the course, it's going to be more fun, and it's going to be easier to go faster.
Yeah, you'll definitely get the hang of things and start to learn the course. And it's going to be an advantage to check it out ahead of time.
There's a ton of course markings out there. There's even the Grizzly arrows are all out there already. on all the posts. There's a ton of posts and maps and all kinds of stuff everywhere that you can, to go out there and try to pre-ride right now. There are some areas of the course where you go two different directions, so you got to kind of be careful that you're on the right course. But come race day, we'll have taped off course marshals in certain places, and don't go the wrong way markers. We're just excited to be able to be in this area and use it for a race for the first time, and maybe for future races to come.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
And the prize money's still intact, so there's prize money in the 50, the 75, and the 100. We have a really nice finisher's medal and a Grizzly belt buckle similar to last year with the tourism board's logo on it, because they've helped support the event this year and have been instrumental in making everything happen. Sienna, my daughter, also, if you know her, she's out racing. She's in Arkansas right now doing the race. She's kind of the lead on this whole entire thing this year. So she's been doing a lot of work to help make it happen, and there's a lot of other people behind the scenes that are also helping make it happen. So what do you think? What do you think for an overall time for the race?
I think if anybody goes under 4.5 for 7 laps, that's pretty fast. So for the 75, was that 5 laps? 5 times 40, so 2 hours. 2 hours for 3 laps, plus an hour and 20 minutes. 320 for 70K for the 50 is pretty good.
Yeah, and then 210, 220 for the 50K, something like that.
Hours
Yeah.
for the 50K is going to be.
And then the one lappers will probably be 40 to 50 minute ish. Yeah.
I think 40-minute laps are going to be
fast
race laps.
Yeah, because you went and did a 35 something,
as
which
hard
was
as
insane.
I could, like a short
But
track.
you're not going to be able to sustain that, and you would pay the price of that as you went, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
37 is going to be
laps
hard.
in,
37 is going to be really hard. 40 is going to be more realistic.
And you got to be
45.
smart. It's not like a lot of places to flat, but there are, some tricky sections with some different kinds of soil and stuff. Right now it's really beautiful. You look at Gold Mountain and the whole Baldwin Valley. You go back into the back valley and you can see Bear Peak and Bear Mountain Ski Resort and Sugarloaf Mountain and that whole back area back in that bowl. It's really cool.
All the leaves are changing colors.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. If you have any other questions, hit us up. Keep track of the website. Everything's still registered. November 2nd, the 11th year, the Grizzly 100, sponsored by Mondraker, the Tourism Board, Kenda Tires, Bear Valley Bikes, Speed Evolution. So we're looking to have a really good year.